is going on, Buffalo State Hockey? My name is Evan Arrington. I am here with men's head hockey coach Steve Murphy for another episode of Mondays with Murph. This is episode 16. We have a lot to get into this episode. We're going to talk about the big SUNYAC 6-2 win against the Fredonia Blue Devils, recap that, and then we're going to get into this week's set of games against Chatham University and Morrisville College. All right, Coach, the team had a big 6-2 victory against the Fredonia Blue Devils. Just talk about what went into winning that game in a big SUNYAC matchup.
Yeah, it was. We told them after the end, that might have been the maybe one of the most complete games that we played all year. I thought we executed a lot of our game plan as far as what we wanted to do, just as far as our movement and breakouts or movement off the puck and stuff like that. So it was a big win. Obviously it was two desperate teams who knew kind of that they both needed 2 points, and I thought our guys played really well, handled themselves very well, and much needed 2 points here to keep us going and hopefully up the standings here.
So you mentioned that the team probably played their most complete game overall. Can you just take that into greater detail? Was that just due to the week of practice going into the game, or just what was going on that the team played such a complete game in your eyes?
Yeah, it was just again, I think everything starts with us as far as just moving our feet, and we worked on a lot of things as far as just breaking down Fredonia, and I think one of their strengths is their forecheck, and kind of we just put in a game plan as far as where and how we wanted to break pucks out against them, and our guys did a great job of executing that, and once we were able to kind of do that, we got the first goal. That was big for us, and then we kind of kept it rolling in the second period, and didn't really give them a chance to breathe a whole lot. They had a couple of good shifts in there, but I thought we had responded with good defensive shifts, and we come back in the next shift or two and get the momentum back and keep going from there. I thought we did a good job just killing the penalties and kind of squashing their power play and stuff like that. So it was just all really about the game plan and how we executed, and the guys played really, really well here, and I just think they had a belief and a purpose that we just weren't going to lose that hockey game.
All right, so you mentioned the entire team played a great game, but two players that I want to talk about, they kind of built a dynamic duo going on throughout the game. And the first set of two, Joe Glamos, he had 2 goals and 2 assists, putting him at 18 points in 17 games played this season. Just talk about the way he played against Fredonia, but also just some of his play throughout the season.
Yeah, really well. Joe's taken a huge step forward this year on the ice. He's taken a huge step just in his leadership role off the ice for us, but his play has just been significant. I just think he's much more assertive this year than last year. And again, that's last year was his first year really playing college hockey, so I think it's natural for someone to take a step forward. But Joe's been a dynamic piece for us. He's a guy that does every situation, special teams, both power play, PK, 5-on-5, all that stuff. So he's been playing really well. It doesn't seem to phase him, whoever we kind of pair with him. He just keeps rolling, and he's really established himself as a nice two-way top 6 centerman for us this year.
All right, so a guy that you did end up pairing with Joe Glamos this game against Fredonia was Andrew Logar, and I could really say that Logar is really taking his game to another level ever since the Alvernia game. And this season he's got 9 points in 14 games, and he had a hat trick against Fredonia as well. So talk about Andrew Logar's play against Fredonia, but also his play this season so far.
Yeah, those two guys had some chemistry going that game. Logs he's a crafty offensive player. The offensive numbers weren't there in the first semester, and kind of went through some struggles. But he's starting to put up some offense, which is good. He's one of those guys that that secondary offense that we need, and he had a great, obviously a great showing on Saturday. Nice little shorthanded goal with individual effort there. And then obviously finished with 2 chances off of Joey's passes, and even on one of Joe Glamos's goal, that goal doesn't happen. There was a nice play from Natasha on the wall, but then entering the zone, that play doesn't happen if Logs doesn't do what he's supposed to do on the in zone entry. So playing with some confidence right now, and we need him most certainly to keep it up.
All right, so after the win, the team got to share the ice with some youth hockey players. Just talk about the importance of some of the guys on the team showing some love to the younger generation of hockey.
Yeah, that was cool. There's about, I don't even know, 30, 40 kids out there, and yeah, they were pretty, for little kids, they were pretty rowdy during the game, and so it was a pretty cool atmosphere. But yeah, it was something cool just to do at the end of the game. Have the guys go out there, and I know that the youth guys and even their parents really appreciated that, and so it was nice just to kind of give back to them a little bit, and show them that we appreciate them coming out and stuff like that. And yeah, it was definitely would like to do something like that again, because it was cool.
Yeah, I know. Myself, I was on the bench, and you just see all these guys just going around, playing with the players and stuff. So it's always good to see, the youth hockey guys get some love showing from the top guys up top.
Yeah.
So over the last 6 games, the power play is 2 for 18. Really starting red hot, but then kind of within the second semester, it's kind of cooled down a little bit. Is there just a reason why the power play hasn't been as red hot as it was early in the first semester, or what's the reasoning you think about that?
I mean, looking at we only had 2 power plays against Fredonia, but I thought we had some good chances in there. I thought, they blocked a couple shots. I think their goalie made 1 or 2 saves. We got the looks that we wanted. We just didn't get one on the board. So, I think, and we've talked all along, obviously it's nice to score on the power play, but the big thing that we're trying to do is we don't want to lose the momentum. We want to, kind of keep that foot down. And if we're creating chances, and I'd be much more concerned if we weren't generating as much offense. But I thought they did a good job, the power play, just created some chances for us. Ultimately, we didn't get one to go in. But yeah, we started red hot at the beginning of the year, and now you're, I wouldn't even say we're struggling. We're just not executing at that as high a rate as maybe we were at the beginning of the year, and I think that's going to happen. So I think it's only a matter of time here before the power play gets going again, and we just got to stay patient, take what the field gives us, and eventually I'm confident in those kind of guys that they're gonna produce for us.
So now let's get on to this set of games this week. The first one, the team will be traveling down to PA to take on Chatham University. They have a 10-4-2 record. You guys lost to them last season, but now this time around, how do you expect Chatham, to take on your squad?
I mean, yeah, they're playing really well. Having the best off to the best start there in program history. So it'd be a good test for us. Our last non-conference game. So our focus is on us. It'll be a good test, but we just want to keep playing the way that we're capable of playing. And we've won 4 out of the last 5. So I think we're confident, kind of group right now, and just keep this thing rolling when we do get back in Suniac. So. I mean, they pose a little bit different than maybe Fredonia. Not as physical. I'd say they're very patient, very defensive-oriented group. So we're going to have to, in return, be patient and just kind of wait for our chances, and then hopefully execute and capitalize when they make mistakes.
All right. So this Saturday, the team is going to be getting back into conference play. This time against Morrisville College. Earlier in the season, the team beat them 3-2 on the road, but now you guys got them in your barn. Just what do you expect from this Morrisville team now? You're probably going to get a little bit of a different Morrisville team than you did earlier in the season when you guys beat them 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, I expect, again, second semester, both teams a little bit more polished, a little bit more experience just through the year. So it'll be a tight checking game. They're obviously playing good hockey right now, and they just lost a close one to Geneseo a few days ago. So I mean, everyone knows what's online. It's basically playoff hockey here. It's 2 points, and teams are fighting to get into playoffs, and then fighting for which seed they're going to get. So looking forward to obviously that game as well, and huge 2 points on the line, and I'm confident that our guys can kind of keep this thing rolling here.
All right, that has been another episode of Mondays with Murph with men's head hockey coach Steve Murphy and myself, Evan Harrington. I just want to say thank you to all the viewers and listeners that always tune in every Monday to hear head coach Steve Murphy give his analysis and thoughts on Buffalo State men's hockey. We will see you guys next Monday for another episode of Mondays with Murph.